you along. UB Stadium in Buffalo, home to the Buffalo Bulls. The Broncos will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bulls offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a...
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Guys, let's take a minute to chat about Buffalo. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
So Boise State's offense will take the field for the first time. The give. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. And they've got a third and long from the 27. Dropping back, it's Murray. He's taking the shot. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. There he goes. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Broncos line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. Across the 25, he's got room. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around, and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. And the Bulls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. Wide out trying to get it in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
2nd down, he'll throw it. The throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Buffalo! And the extra point makes it 14-0. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Murray. It's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've reached the break. Buffalo has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Fires one high and deep. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
Man, how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with the...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the ground with the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, the offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. Second and third and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell in that pass rush, man, they were coming.
Pocket breaking down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Buffalo has it back, but see what the Bulls offense can do. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's got 67 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. And the Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The lone back's got it. He breaks a tackle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up.
Heading to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Murray. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Turns it on at midfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got it. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
He'll throw on 3rd down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away.
They're going to open this drive with a pass.
They're up.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Great place to start for this offense. Dropping back, it's Murray. He's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wants to throw on first down. He wants it all. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Broncos. Fitted in the window for the score.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Gilliam. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. To the air on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can...
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. The Bulls will kick it away to crank up the second half. Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Looking downfield, it's Murray. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete on third down. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. And the Bulls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Works the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. This time it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you can tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to bull his way in. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. Touchdown, Buffalo!